Daddy's mom. I love the one where his dad is walking out and he goes, "You cannot get in between our lines." All right then.
All right then. They actually, somebody like...
Well, one day Jimbo, I sat on a banana, man. My whole life changed.
Somebody paid that voice actor to say, "Well, Jimbo, you're going to the Shadow Realm." I cried laughing
That was real?
at that. That was real.
Oh, I didn't know that was actually him.
That bit, somebody paid him like on one of those like Cameo apps or whatever to say that, and then they used it in the meme.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh man! And then somebody did an animation too, and it was even better. It was great.
Well,
hey,
you're not Jimmy.
Well, you're not Jimmy. Hey everybody! Welcome back to the R&R podcast. We've still got our guest Micah here. Micah, we're gonna bring the realm of the podcast, which is what we're known for at this point, with the first like 4 episodes being tier lists.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I've been waiting for that video to load for the past 2 minutes. And you started the podcast, and so I was like,
we were talking about Carl Weezer.
See, I was just gonna...
Jimmy's got it going on.
Ultra
I'm peeing in the shower.
hello, Gene. So we're gonna rank some. Are you caressing my foot?
No.
If you want me to suck your toes,
No.
say it. Just ask. We're gonna rank some Muppets. We're gonna see what you think about these Muppets. You have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. You shouldn't exist.
That's a really good one.
So we'll start right here. My boy, I believe it's Rizzo. The Rat.
Yeah.
He's the true.
He's played by Steve
Rizzlord.
Whitmire.
Who?
Steve Whitmire, who also plays Kermit. Actually, just got fired, so they don't know. They're trying to give him a new voice actor.
I wouldn't know any of this if you hadn't told me.
Correct.
That's the same. Yeah, he talks like this, kind of. They can't do his voice really well.
I personally really like the Rat.
I love Rizzo.
I love Rizzo.
I like all the mice. They're the French peas of the.
So
Do we want to say S tier?
I know it's technically not a Muppet. I think it's, I don't know if it's a Muppet or Sesame Street thing, but the shrimp.
Oh yeah. He's in Pepe.
Pepe the Shrimp. Yeah.
Dude, that dude.
I will slap you. I will slap you like a donkey, okay?
In the Wizard of Oz thing that they did.
Yeah.
He carries that movie.
Yeah, because that's not saying much though. It's easy to carry that whole movie.
Yeah.
Oof. We want to do S tier. What are we feeling for
I
Rizzo?
say so. I like Rizzo a lot.
I don't really have a.
I don't know about a S tier though.
You
Maybe
do
A.
A?
I want him high up.
High A.
Okay, yeah, high A because like S tier. That
I mean, we could do low S.
No. Shut up. No.
What?
No.
Okay.
Overthinkers unite.
Here we go.
Ralph.
Ralph.
Oh. Well, George went and drowned himself.
That voice is really iconic.
I don't know who that is.
He's also one of those puppets that's kind of like Big Bird, where it's like half body, half head.
He was one of the first Muppets. He actually, y'all know Darcy Lynn, the ventriloquist on America's Got Talent. She's the girl. She sings really well. No, you know who I'm talking about, right? They actually did a cameo with her and the guy who plays Ralph the dog now. His name is Bill Beretta. He plays the Swedish Chef as well. Nice. They both they had a piano and so the puppeteers behind this piano and they're singing "Can't Smile Without You." And Darcy Lynn had her puppet out, and they did a duet, and I just love that.
That's amazing.
That's one of my favorite AGT videos.
Where do we want to put Ralph?
Oh man, he's not really in much anymore.
We thinking B?
He's good.
He's good.
He's still a great character, and he has. There's a bit that he did that I laughed so hard at, where he's singing a love song. It's called "Me and You and George, and this was like in the original, like I think this was the first episode of the Muppets show, and he's singing a song about us going to the river, and then George jumped in and drowned himself, and then it was just you and me.
That's amazing.
I like that. I think it's funny.
So Swedish Chef.
I
Not only did he inspire an NPC in a tavern for a home game.
Really?
But he also, like, the first thing I ever saw of him was making donuts.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing I ever saw him. And it was he pulled out a 12-gauge shot, like, not even present on the screen, like, it's under the counter. And he's like, and then he picks it up and he. It caught me off
No
guard.
transition at all.
It caught me off guard.
It's back in the 70s, so they could pull that stuff off.
I think my favorite thing about the Swedish Chef is the fact that, I mean, it's a puppet, but the hands.
The hands are real.
The hands make it S tier.
I was about to say, yeah,
S
Swedish
tier.
Chef is definitely S for
Yeah,
Swedish.
they did that because he was handling real food, and they didn't want to like have to constantly clean the puppets. So they're like, let's just use real hands. So I think I believe it was Jim Henson doing the puppet.
I love that some guys like,
I don't like grab stuff. And they'd be like,
I remember in the Muppet Treasure Island, they put like a pig nose on it. And he's in the background just like chopping vegetables, and two of the vegetables said, well, how else do you expect for us to put him in the movie?
So wherever what's the doctor's name again?
Dr. Bunsen
Dr.
Honeydew.
Bunsen Honeydew, and I think Beaker needs to follow.
No, Beaker's way better.
No,
Beaker's better.
Beaker's gonna go at least 2 tiers above that guy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
He
C
can
tier?
go in C tier, and
Beaker
can
goes
in A
in
tier.
A
Bunsen,
tier.
I never found Bunsen Honeydew funny. I don't know.
Me neither.
Like the whole point of those two. Okay, so like they're based on one of the oldest comedic duos, which is the Carlicino and the Zanny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you know anything about comedy history, that was the Greeks that came up with the tall, skinny guy who was street smart, and the short and fat guy who's like the straight man. And so they still use that to this day.
You have the straight man who is the smart one, and blah blah blah, and you have the dumb one.
Yeah,
Or
or
it's
it's like
very much Abbott and Costello as well.
yeah, it's every comedy duo like VeggieTales, Bob and Larry, yeah, Pinky and the Brain. These guys are supposed to follow that model, but Bunsen Honeydew is so like out of touch that he just doesn't really fit that model at all. He's not interesting enough. Beaker carries the duo, and so the puppet's construction, they literally put the head is like a cardboard tube around a plastic sleeve, and they would just go up and down. And he's built like this because the mouth is like this. It's not like this. And so he would do this, and he would hide inside of his jacket or whatever.
I think the funny thing about it is. I watched wrestling a lot, and there was an Irish wrestler named Sheamus. Sheamus was pale with red hair that stood straight up. And one time, like 2008, 2009, the special guest host for Raw was Beaker. it was the Muppets, and they had him on screen together. Everyone's kind of like, "This is awesome."
I remember in the Muppets, like they made like a reboot of the Muppet Show in like 2015.
Yeah.
And they had it was basically for adults or whatever, and that's why it got canceled. People didn't like that. They kind of went too far with it, but because there was one episode where like everybody was partying all night at a bar, and then everybody was like hungover the next morning, and so Kermit he goes over to Dr. Bunsen and Beaker, and he goes, and they have their clothes switched. And he goes, "What happened to you guys?" And Beaker goes, "Me, me, 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 me," and then Bunsen he goes, "Shh. If it didn't happen at work, we don't have to explain it." You can cut that.
That's funny.
That's really good.
Dude, that show was so funny. People hate that show, but it did go a little bit too adult.
Did it come out in correlation with the movie?
Yeah, it came out 4 years after.
Or
So
am I a Muppet?
Am I a Muppet?
Animal.
From a man.
Animal S tier.
S tier.
S tier. Woman.
It's Henrietta, right? Henrietta the hen.
That one? No, that's Camilla.
Camilla.
Yeah, that's Gonzo's girlfriend. Yeah, thank you. She's just another chicken. They literally picked up any chicken puppet because they had like 20 of them, and that was the character. So.
This is the bear from a lot of the movies.
A tier. I love that dude.
A tier. I'm down to put him in A tier because I do love him. I love him in Muppets in Space.
Yeah.
When he's the security guard.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a bit that he does. Man. Oh yeah. There was an episode in the Muppets 2015 show where Fozzie disappeared or whatever, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't find Fozzie," and so he comes out and he goes, "Oh yeah, I really like that guy." They said, "Oh yeah, I guess y'all really related to each other. Y'all being the only Bears on the team." He went, "What? No, we went to the same community college."
What? No.
He said, "Well, I guess I didn't even
show teaching kids about racism."
He said, "Well, I guess now I never thought about it that way." Yeah.
Both
Who is this?
Oh no,
Who
he shouldn't
is this?
exist.
Oh,
Okay,
shouldn't
he was
exist?
in. Okay, I can't remember his name. He was in Muppets in Space. He was a background character.
Oh, that's
then
right.
They reused the puppet. He was the tech IT guy or whatever for the new Muppet Show in 2015. I can't remember his name, but he was so stupid. They were basically like, "Oh, this background puppet, let's put him in the limelight and see what happens." Because that's basically how every big puppet in the Muppets came to be. Like Elmo. Elmo was at first a background puppet. And so they tried to do... His name was Chip. That was his name. And he was just so useless as a character. Yeah, he shouldn't exist. I can't stand that guy.
What are we thinking?
Sweetums?
Sweetums?
A tier.
A tier?
I love Sweetums.
I do like
I have no.
This one in
My goldfish died. I hugged him too hard.
that, but also like in Muppets Take New York or Muppets Take Manhattan or whatever. It's the one where they go to New York. He was working at like a used car dealership.
Oh, that was the first one. That was the Muppet movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was working in a car dealership, and the Muppets came and bought a used car, and then he chased them down. He was like, "Wait for me!"
And he chases them the whole movie.
He chases them the entire way.
Yeah,
to
they
New
don't
York.
let him in the car. He's
Oh,
like,
it's so
wait for me,
funny.
because they would have to figure out how to puppeteer that massive costume puppet in a car.
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
I
like
think high
Gonzo.
A.
Yeah.
I like Gonzo.
I would
Gonzo's
say either
really,
B or A.
Gonzo's really good. I like him as a character. I like the fact that he's unique, and I like
I like the
the
fact
message.
that Dave Goelz, who plays him, is the only Muppeteer like from the original like 70s Muppet Show that's still on the team.
He's the only one that didn't end up getting like an actual sleazeball.
Well, not all of them did. So let's see. I know. So the guy that played Elmo, Kevin Clash, he was arrested because he tried to sleep with a 16-year-old boy or whatever.
Oh, tight.
Yeah. And then they replaced him with Ryan Dean, I think his name is. No, Ryan Dillon, not Ryan Dean. That's a guy we know. Ryan Dillon, he plays him now. Kevin Clash, he did it. Y'all know the dinosaur from just the baby dinosaur.
Yeah.
That was Kevin Clash.
You mean the show that ended with the Ice Age?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even put two together.
We're all gonna die.
It's really funny.
The one where like they had leaves or whatever, and that was the drugs. He's like, don't eat this leaf.
It's eucalyptus.
That's it.
My mom quotes that baby dinosaur like all the time, specifically with the not the mama thing.
That was Kevin
Love
Clash.
that.
That was the same guy that played Elmo.
Oh, love that. Waka waka.
People like Fozzie. I don't get him.
I think he deserves a high B.
Okay, that's
Because
fair. B for
he's
bear.
decent. B for bear. Well, just dragging him down there. B for bear.
Or C for community college.
Just put both of them in the same college. That's the professor they do.
Throwback joke. Fozzie. I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to make.
Oh, this is the female rat. I was like,
Okay.
why are you on here
Oh,
twice?
Yolanda.
Yeah.
Oh, put her in the bin. I can't stand her.
Why?
In the bin.
In the bin with you. What about what's his name? Scout? What's his name?
Oh, Scooter.
Scooter. I knew it was an S.
Scooter.
He's from the movie,
He's
right?
useless. Yeah, I mean, just
Put him in D.
he was all. So he had a bit.
I should
He had a really
probably-
funny bit.
Just on my realization of what's going on.
Okay.
Probably
So
do that.
Scooter, he was made for this bit alone. In the Muppet Show, in the first episode, Scooter would constantly come in and give like really bad suggestions for the show. Kermit would be like, "No, that's a dumb idea," and then Scooter would be like, "Oh, okay, well, my uncle who owns the theater thinks it's funny," and so Kermit would go, "Oh, never mind, we're gonna do it then." And so that was the whole bit, was that his uncle owned the theater. But like after that, the bit got old, and so they tried to make him the manager for the Electric Mayhem. But obviously, it didn't work out because he's just a really
These
bland
guys are the
character.
Electric Mayhem, right?
Yeah, that's the
These
band.
five?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
band. So, and they're actually having their own show coming up on Disney Plus.
Oh, tight. I'm down for that.
when we get to the Electric Mayhem, I have some bits I would like to share.
So we'll go ahead and get Kermit because I believe it's these guys in this row right here that is Electric Mayhem.
Yes,
right?
That is them. Electric Mayhem can all go in the same spot.
So we're gonna move Kermit. Kermit is a classic. I would say do A tier, not A tier.
He's
S-tier.
not. Yeah, he's low S tier.
Low S because he's classic.
He's not as funny.
No, he's not as funny. But Kermit carries the entire logic center of all the Muppets.
If you take Kermit away, the Muppets are not as funny because he is the straight man. He is the glue for this wacky bunch of characters. So if you have no glue, the show is disjointed.
Which movie is it where they kidnap Jack Black because they go like
that was the Muppet movie.
This is a great idea. And one part of kidnapping Jack Black sounded like a great idea.
It was so good.
What is worse, losing the Muppets or kidnapping Jack Black?
Kidnapping Jack Black! Okay.
He's the only character that like you can. Okay, so they're they always say that with comedic characters, it's very hard to take them seriously and give them serious backstories and stuff because then you take away from you're taking them too seriously at this point. Kermit's the only one that you can really do that with because they did a one movie where they literally told his whole backstory.
Yeah, I remember that. I had that movie. It's like it had like the little talking fly and it had like kids dissecting frogs and stuff. Like, it was a great movie.
Yeah, it's very kiddie, but like it's the only character that you could do that with. So I love Kermit. I'm not saying that he's a bad character by putting him in low S tier. I'm saying that he's not as entertaining, but he still serves like the most important purpose.
Let's start with Sugar Daddy here. Where are we going with Sugar Daddy?
Oh my gosh, Dr. Teeth.
That's his name?
His name's Dr. Teeth. He is the leader of the Electric Mayhem. Dr. Teeth.
Just no.
No, I love that guy.
You love him?
I love him. I put him in C maybe.
C.
Okay,
and you want to put the whole band together?
No, I don't.
That's what you were saying. Oh no,
I changed my mind now that you said that. Because Animal is in the band and he's S.
Oh yeah, fair.
He's the drummer.
Fair. Yeah, he is the drummer. I forgot. Woman.
Too many women. Too many towns. Because they had a bit in the 2015 show where Imagine Dragons comes out and they go, "Hey Animal, you want to go on the road with us?" And they have Floyd and he goes, "Whoa, no, that's the one you have now." He goes, "Whoa, no, Animal can't get on the road. He can't. He wouldn't work on a bus." And he goes, "Yeah, too many women, too many towns."
My God.
Oh man.
He is an animal.
That is why the show got canceled, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Well.
Floyd, he's the bass player. I love his eyes. He has the Phenomena eyes, where they have like two strings connected to them. Yeah, that guy. So I believe the Phenomena character was built from some spare eyes for him. I'd say C. He's only funny in the Muppet 2015 show.
Okay.
But I like him a lot. He's funny.
This looks like a gravedigger.
His name is Harry, I think.
Is that a shovel or a guitar? Oh no, that's dynamite.
It's a plunger.
Yeah.
So his only bit is when they can't end the bit in the Muppet Show, he would come in and be like, "Explosion!" And then like everything would explode and they would move on. And so I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I put him in D. He's not like completely useless, but he peaked in the Muppet Show. He's kind of like
above Scooter.
Scooter, he just like Scooter, he peaked in the original show, and he hasn't really done anything since. S tier.
Oh, S tier.
I love that man. That's
okay.
Zoot. Okay, Zoot is so funny. I can't tell. He is like high. He is on weed.
High.
He is so funny. There was a bit where Robin is Kermit the Frog's nephew, right?
Yeah.
So they had a bit in the show where Robin's parents get divorced or whatever. So Kermit.
That's a bit.
Yes. So Kermit walks in to the office and he's thinking to himself because Robin's coming to visit him and he wants to get him something special. So he's walking into the office and he's talking to himself like, "Oh, what am I going to do?" And then he looks over to the couch and he goes, hey, Zoot." And Zoot's asleep and he goes, "I'm sorry, Father." He goes, "What? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you." He said, "What are you doing there, Kermit, man?" He said, "No, well, I'm gonna. So I bought this chair for my nephew Robin." He explains the whole situation to him. "I bought him this director's chair just for him." And Zoot goes, "Oh yeah, nothing fixes a broken home like a chair." My favorite bit in the show though, he leans back like a chair, and so
what?
There's another bit where it was so funny. So Scooter, he wants to. What happened? He wanted to get cooler or whatever. So he goes to the Electric Mayhem and he's like, "Hey guys, I want you to teach me how to be cool." And he goes, They said, "Well, you need to." So Dr. Teeth goes, "Well, you need to grow up, move to the state of Louisiana, go to New Orleans," and he goes on this long rant. And then Floyd goes, "Whoa, man, he's only a kid. He can't wait that long." And then Dr. Teeth goes, "Zoot's dad has a time machine." And Zoot goes, "Oh, yeah, my dad has a time machine. It's a big locker. You step in and you wait, and it's tomorrow. The whole process takes about a day."
Oh, my
Beautiful.
God. That's
It's
amazing.
such a long bit, but it's
Beautiful.
so funny.
So horrible. Anyway, Lips, or as I like to call her,
Her name-
Angelina Jolie.
That is, I believe her name is Janice.
Probably correct.
So she's like a hippie flower child character. Like she's you're playing footsie.
Fighting each other with foot swords.
The Muppets are jealous because they don't have feet. Yeah, Janice.
Wuckus, wuckus.
I put her C.
C.
She has a couple good bits. So her thing was like she was also like Zoot. She was high. She was like a hippie. Because the whole characters are based on 70s band members.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something really good that she did. She had, if you watch the Muppets 2015 show, there is an episode where like her and Miss Piggy are put together. That was pretty funny, but other than
Interesting.
that, not really.
All right. What about him? What are we doing?
He had one good bit. One. He never came back. That was the thing. He never did anything else. That puppet was just. I don't think so because Menomina is really good.
Oh, that's the Menomina puppet?
Yeah, that's the Menomina guy.
Oh,
That's
then, I mean, for that song alone, low C.
Yeah. See, like, I want to put him in D because he peaked in the Muppet Show just like those two characters, but that bit was so good. The Menomina song is so good. So, yeah, let's do C. I like it.
Miss Piggy, I think low A.
Yeah.
Would be fine. Because she's
Okay.
an iconic character. She's recognizable.
She's
The
also
voice.
annoying.
She is annoying.
I was gonna say the voice is like a clear, like recognizable thing, but it's also as soon as you
Oh, no,
as-
him too. No, not him too.
as soon as you hear it, you're just like, oh god.
That's that she was played by the same guy who played Yoda.
Frank Oz?
Yep, he played. He also played Grover and Fozzie and Bert. He played all those characters.
That's awesome. Shem-
Pepe. People hate Pepe.
I love Pepe.
I think he's hilarious.
I think he's an S tier.
Yeah, I think he's that. He's.
What do you say, Reed?
I agree.
I'm gargling Skittleball. Alright, this looks like... Is this Miss Piggy's family? From the space movie?
No, is that from the space movie? I think that's from the Christmas Carol movie. I can't see the picture too good. It's
I'm
really
trying to move
small.
it closer so you can...
I think that's from. Why are they there? Oh no, that's Pigs in Space. That's Pig. No, D tier.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Pigs in Space was not funny. There was one character. His name was Link Hogg or whatever his name was.
Mhm.
He was the only funny character. The other ones, I don't even remember their names. And I watch the Muppets religiously.
I think
love him.
middle of A.
America. Yeah, I like him. He's that's what's his name? Sam.
Sam?
He played in the Muppet Treasure Island. He was what was it, Mr. Arrow.
Mr. Arrow.
Yeah, and my favorite joke was when they wanted to scare the pirates off the ship, so they dressed him up like a ghost, and he like they lift him up from the cellar or whatever, and he goes, "I am the ghost of Mr. Arrow. Boogie." He just turns around and all the Muppets freak out. Ah! They jump the ship.
cabin fever.
I got it too.
These two.
Oh, A tier.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
They're
Above
they're
Rizzo?
very funny.
Where we want to put them on?
Above
A?
Rizzo, below Beaker.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Those guys. They're such a
It's
good.
something, man.
They have some of the best jokes. My favorite one, I think, was they had the Swedish. I don't like him. Let's put him in.
Oh, that's the guy from the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the dude from the movie.
I don't think
he's
he's funny.
not bad, but he was made specifically for that movie, and then they tried to use him again later. It was just like, why?
Funny thing is, I don't remember him much. I remember Jason Segel.
Yeah, he was like the brother of Jason Segel.
Yeah, I know.
He was like,
I believe so. This may be wrong. From memory, I'm trying to remember the best. I believe that actor was brought in from an audition. Like they were just calling. It was a calling all people who know how to do puppets, sort of thing. And so they got that's literally the only character he plays. The thing is, Kermit is a straight man. He is also a straight man. He is not funny. Like he's not. I don't think he's funny. The only thing that he was good in was the Man or a Muppet song.
As opposed to being a funny gay man. Is it straight man? It was whatever. Anyway.
So, I don't know. I just feel.
Shut up, Reed. Don't look at me like that.
Funny gay.
I'll look at you how I want to look at you.
Better be loving eyes.
Look into his angel eyes.
Turn around.
That could not have been farther.
Randy, open your mouth.
Almost went up his nose.
Randy, open your mouth. You're wasting me. Randy, open your mouth.
It is not hard. You were doing this on purpose.
Randy, open your mouth. You ready?
Yeah.
I bounced it off his nose!
Just ricochet.
What happened to my cheek?
Oh, sorry.
Your zygomatic area. Oh my god.
That caused some feedback. Okay, well, this is our tier list.
Swedish Chef is the top, apparently.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Is there anything you would change about this list, Micah?
What's that?
Is there anything you would change about this list?
I don't think so. Yeah, it looks good to me. It's. I think Miss Piggy's a little higher than I would have put, but like she's still iconic.
I agree.
Miss Piggy,
I put her
she's
below Fozzie.
okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
She's
there
not
we
better
go.
than Fozzie.
There we go.
Miss Piggy
That
is
is
such
the-
a conundrum to me because like she's so iconic. People love her,
Mhm.
and she does have a role in the story. She's
Right.
like the diva. She is funny,
Mhm.
but the voice and like, but she fails more often than she succeeds.
Correct.
I think that like there's lots of individual moments where she is funny. Like I think in the Muppet Treasure Island, I think that's where she peaked. I think she was really funny in there. But like in the Muppets 2015 show, they put a lot of focus on her. So in that show, they're trying to remake the Muppet Show, but instead they're doing like a late night show where Miss Piggy is the host. So it's basically like Jimmy Fallon, but Miss Piggy.
Gotcha.
So they put so much focus on her because the biggest plot point in that show was that her and Kermit were broken up. So they were not dating anymore, and so they had a lot of shenanigans about that. I did not like that. I thought that it was just boring and it wasn't funny. Like
What's worse, losing the Muppets or kidnapping Jack Black?
Kidnapping Jack Black.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any discrepancies with this list at all, you will find Micah's contact information and house address in the description below.
You know what's funny
See
is that
ya.
if you go to my page, I have my contact information because they had to book me. These people book me on my Facebook.
He doxed himself, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
FBI, open up!
No, please!
So yeah, no. Let me. Whoa.
Ooh, ah.
Let me get this to where you guys can see us and have a good time. Whoa. Throwing things at us.
Skittles.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Links will be in the description. Go look at Mike's page. Go follow him. Do stuff. And be sure to tune in for more episodes of the podcast every Saturday. And then we have stuff coming out on Sundays and Wednesdays. Yeah?
Yes.
Night, everybody.